Imagine a Porsche so extreme that it doesn't just chase lap records, it rewrites what a road-legal 911 is capable of. This isn't a concept car, and it's not a race-only machine. It's the 911 GT3 RS Manthey, a car that shocked the automotive world by delivering lap times once reserved for full-blown race cars.
With massive aero, obsessive weight savings, and precision tuning, Porsche claims this might be the fastest 911 ever built. But does all that engineering actually translate into real-world dominance, or is it just a track-focused flex? And more importantly, who is this car really for? Let's find out.
The car we're looking at today isn't just another Porsche launch, it's the result of decades of racing obsession pushed to the extreme. This is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS with the Manthey Performance Kit, a machine built for one purpose: maximum speed on a racetrack while still wearing a license plate. Porsche's GT division has always focused on drivers who care more about lap times than luxury, and the GT3 RS sits at the very top of that philosophy. Add Manthey Racing, Porsche's longtime motorsport partner known for turning fast cars into record breakers, and you get something that feels less like a road car and more like a street-legal race weapon. This version isn't about comfort or daily usability. It's aimed at hardcore enthusiasts, track day regulars, and collectors who want the most extreme 911 money can buy.
What makes this launch especially important is timing. In an era where performance cars are going hybrid or fully electric, Porsche is still refining a naturally aspirated, high-revving monster and somehow making it faster than ever. Massive aerodynamic upgrades, obsessive tuning, and race-derived engineering have led many to ask a bold question: has Porsche just built the fastest 911 in history? In the next sections, we'll break down how this car looks, how it's engineered, how it performs, and whether all that track-focused brilliance actually makes sense for buyers today. Because raw speed is impressive, but does it truly deliver where it matters most? This is where the 911 GT3 RS Manthey starts to feel less like a normal supercar and more like something pulled straight out of a race paddock. One look at it and you immediately notice the aerodynamics, and they're impossible to ignore. The massive rear wing, aggressive front splitter, and exposed aero elements aren't here for show. At speed, this car produces an almost unbelievable amount of downforce, pressing it into the road like it's being magnetized to the tarmac. On a fast corner, the car doesn't just turn in, it locks onto the line and refuses to let go.
Under the rear deck sits a naturally aspirated 4.0-liter flat six, an engine that feels increasingly rare in today's performance world. It revs high, sounds raw, and delivers power in a way that feels immediate and mechanical. There's no turbo lag, no electric assist, just instant response every time you touch the throttle. Paired with a lightning-fast PDK transmission, shifts happen so quickly that you barely register them. On track, that means more focus on driving and less on managing the car. The downside? Around town, the engine demands attention. This is not a car that fades into the background. It constantly reminds you of what it was built for.
Technology here supports performance, not comfort. Driver displays focus on lap timing, temperatures, and performance data rather than flashy graphics. Safety systems are present, but they're tuned to stay out of the way unless absolutely necessary. Everything about the car encourages you to drive better, faster, and more precisely, but it doesn't forgive sloppy inputs.
Where the Manthey upgrades truly shine is in the fine details. Suspension tuning feels sharper, more controlled, and incredibly stable at high speed. Braking performance is relentless, offering confidence lap after lap without fade. But all of this comes at a cost. The ride is firm, road noise is constant, and daily usability takes a clear hit. This is a machine that rewards commitment, not convenience.
And that leads to the big question:
With all this performance, extreme focus, and track-first mentality, does the 911 GT3 RS Manthey justify its reputation and its price? Or does it cross the line where capability outweighs real-world enjoyment? Because the answer might surprise you when we get to the final verdict. This is the moment everything builds toward, the point where numbers, design, and hype finally meet reality. Push the 911 GT3 RS Manthey hard, and something unexpected happens. Instead of feeling intimidating or overwhelming, the car starts to feel shockingly precise. Every steering input is answered instantly. Every corner feels cleaner, faster, and more controlled than the last. It's not just quick, it's confident, almost unnervingly so. On a fast section of road or track, the grip is relentless. You carry speed you wouldn't even attempt in most supercars, and the car never feels nervous. The aero works silently in the background, pressing the car down as speeds climb, making high-speed corners feel flatter and calmer than they should. Braking zones shrink, exit speeds rise, and suddenly you realize this doesn't feel like a tuned road car. It feels like a race car that's been politely allowed onto public roads.